Alright, welcome back. It is time to go to Ring of Honor. Now, of course, the promise that I've made since the beginning of them doing TV tapings is that I do not spoil the results of the Ring of Honor HDNet TV tapings, which I am keeping my word on. Now, the big news coming out this past week from Ring of Honor is that the American Dragon Bryan Danielson will be out of action for the next couple of weeks due to a staph infection. He had to be rushed to the hospital last Friday night, was not a part of last Saturday night's TV tapings, and he's going to be out of action not only on this weekend's Ring of Honor show, but also on the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla show that's coming up this weekend, which I'll talk about later. So, the schedule or the matches have changed a little bit for this weekend, so why don't I go into them. Tomorrow night, Ring of Honor makes its return to Detroit, Michigan in the Motor City. Now, of course, you still have a chance to meet the Nature Boy Ric Flair. It's a special meet and greet. It is from 6 to 8 p.m. The first item is $30, with each additional item being $20 per person. In a steel cage match, Tyler Black will go up against Jimmy Jacobs. The American Wolves will defend the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles against Kenta and his new partner tomorrow night, Roderick Strong. Nigel McGuinness will face Claudio Castagnoli. A non-title six-man mayhem sees the new champ, Austin Aries, face Joey Ryan, Delirious, Petey Williams, Sami Callihan, and Rashay Brown. Now, the Ring of Honor Championship Committee have said that if one of the five pins Austin Aries, they could get a future world title shot. D'Lo Brown will take on Colt Cabana. Rhett Titus and Kenny King will face Eric Stevens and Brent Albright. And Kevin Steen and El Generico will face Josh Raymond and Christian Abel. Now, this coming Saturday night, they return to Chicago, Illinois at the Frontier Fieldhouse, where once again in Chicago you can meet the Nature Boy Ric Flair, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Again, it is headlined by a double main event. Austin Aries will make his first defense of the Ring of Honor World title against Nigel McGuinness, and Tyler Black will go up against Kenta. The American Wolves in a non-title match will face Kevin Steen and El Generico. Now, if Steen and Generico win this match, they get one more shot at the tag team titles. However, if the Wolves win, Steen and Generico, they're going to have to wait a long time until they get another shot at the tag team titles. Colt Cabana and Brent Albright will face Claudio Castagnoli and Joey Ryan in a Chicago street fight. Roderick Strong will take on D'Lo Brown. Kenny King will face Petey Williams. Another six-man mayhem match. Rhett Titus, Delirious, Egotistico Fantastico, Sami Callihan, Alex Payne, and Silas Young. And Skullcrusher Rashay Brown will face Eric Stevens. Now, after that, Ring of Honor is going to take some time off. They're going to be back in action in late July for Death Before Dishonor 7. 2 nights, which will be held in the Ted Reeve Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Now, on that night, on July the 24th, you have a chance to meet Bret the Hitman Hart, a special meet and greet autograph session. Autograph tickets are $25 per item. Now, 2 matches have been signed this week. Kenny Omega will face Kenny King, and the Briscoe brothers will face the Super Smash Brothers, plus Austin Aries, Jerry Lynn, Tyler Black, Kevin Steen, El Generico, Davey Richards, Jimmy Rave, Colt Cabana, Nigel McGuinness, Sanjay Dutt, Chris Hero, the Necro Butcher, D'Lo Brown, Frankie the Monster, Brent Albright, Joey Ryan, Rhett Titus, Bison Smith, and Claudio Castagnoli, plus Lance Storm will be wrestling that night, and he will also be doing a meet and greet autograph session. Then the next night, July the 25th, the Nature Boy Ric Flair goes up to Toronto for a special meet and greet autograph, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Also, Lance Storm will have a meet and greet autograph as well. And speaking of Lance, he's got one big match coming up on that night, as he's going to go up against Chris Hero, plus all the talent that I had mentioned earlier before. That's going to do it for Ring of Honor for this week. The Indies are next.